Alright, now we're going to be beginning to build the armored parts that makes up the flight system of the Penelope. And it's going to take a little longer than normal because unlike the Odessa, it was pretty quick to build in one video. However, I think it's going to take a little bit more time for me with all these larger parts and all that stuff. Before I proceed, I do want to say I hope everyone had a great holiday weekend during Thanksgiving, and it was nice meeting up a lot of people over there at Gundam Planet during their small business Saturday sale. Let's begin. So I just noticed a little part here that I need to nip off a bit just to get it done. But now we're going to work on the actual parts that make up the attachment of the feet. So we have this part here. Whoops. These are two parts which I'm going to keep on together. There we go. I may look into the possibility of removing these parts and painting it separately. Don't know yet. We'll just put these together and we'll worry about that later. Okay, so that's done. So these two are done. So the feet attachments are done. We'll put that to the side. We'll put it on in a few moments. Now, we'll need this part here, followed by, I believe it's this part. But I gotta make sure this is right. Yeah, they're not two different ones. They're, oh, where'd it go? Oh. Alright, so it's like a vent type setup. Don't know how this will play into the part. So we have that done. Then we have this part here. Didn't remove the nub marks, but that can be taken off later on. So you want to keep that like this. And on the Butterfingers, you're going to need it. So the thruster part goes through here. Okay. Let's do both of these. Actually, yeah, we'll do both at the same time. Come on, get in there. There we go. Take care of that too. Come on. There we go. With that done, take this. You take this. We slide that through there, so it looks like that. Slide this. It goes there. So these two are done. Then we have this part, followed by this vent. Now, does this go with this one? Just make sure of that. Yeah, it does. I commented it before. This should be a clear part because I see possibilities of putting LED lights on this if you want to illuminate this. But for this, it would have to be clear. Maybe people who are into, you know, casting resin can make a clear cast of this. That's an idea. I've dabbled into something like that before. Couldn't make it work, or maybe I couldn't understand the concept. Alright, so we have these two done, here and here. Okay, so we take this. No, let's take this one first. We take this like that. Now what do we connect it? We connect it to here, I believe. Yes, because there's a notch there. Alright, so that goes there. And then we have this. That goes through here, like that. do the other one. That goes there. Whoops. Hold on, am I doing this right? Yeah, I am. Just the positioning is a bit weird. Okay. Huh. Hold on. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So let me go to the next page and see how you put this on. So we'll grab our guy here. Oh, so let's put the feet first. So that goes here. That goes here. That's actually kind of nice. Big old feet. Put that there. And come around here. This connects to this. And there are notches here that has to fall in a specific angle. So that angle going this way, this part goes here. Let me see. Oops. Like that. Huh. Let's put this one on and the side ones later. Good. Huh. Alright. The, I would say, leg skirt armor is now complete. And especially the new shoes. And look at the bottom part. Pretty detailed there. A lot of the yellow and all that stuff. Obviously, there are some parts that I need to sand off here and here. Just trying to figure out how this will work, but especially if you want to have it in flight mode, you want to show everything off. These are things that you have to work with and plan out if you plan to bring it to a show for competition. Alright, so these parts are done. Let's move on to the next part of the Penelope. Now the next section is going to be the front armored skirt for the flight system of the Penelope. Few parts here, but a lot of big parts and a lot of detail, especially from the inside of the actual skirt armor itself. But first things first, we're going to put these two parts together, like so. Make sure it goes all the way in. And then we have this red part here. And I'm going to go to, let's see here. Just trying to see, oh, so you go through here, like that. It's a bit weird, but that's how it is. You have this section here that goes like that, there. Okay. Then we have this part goes in there. This part upside down. You want to stick it in on the middle hole, because then these two have to go in here like that. That locks it in. And then we take these two, put it in here. I don't want to squeeze it in all the way because I want to pop it out for painting reasons and for other reasons as well. Let's put that there. There we go. And then we put this one here. And then we put this one here. Like that. That's kind of cool. Good detail here. Surprised that they couldn't do a separate part for this, but it's good if it's in the mold. Just, you know, keep in mind that this will have to be taped for painting a secondary color. And I do like these little hexagon-like symbols here, detailed there. They really put a lot of work onto this. Okay, let's move on to the next part of the build. So the next part is the upper chest part area of the Penelope that goes in the front chest of the Odessa. We've already did the front skirt, and we're going to put it on after we're done with this. So let's take this part here, and take this part here, connect it like that so it shows through the detail of the molding here. Then we have this, and that goes under this. So that's what it looks like. Give me some ideas. Interesting. The next part would be this, and the instructions say that you have to put stickers here, and obviously we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Connect that through there. It's a nice solid part. And then we have two of these parts that I believe one goes there and one goes there. Interesting. Interesting to see these. And this, I think they're meant for something, but I'm not sure yet. Now, we have this part. Let's see how the orientation is. We'll use this one for now. Okay, so that way we have this that goes through here. And that goes through here. Let's do the other one now. And that. And supposedly that goes through here. There's a hole there that holds it into place. Oh, okay. And there's a part here that holds it there. Alright. So we take him. We take the front skirt that we just made a few moments ago. According to this, there's a little notch here that, oh, where's my tool? There we go. You take this, pull it down. You take this, slide it all the way in, like so. So it looks like that. Bring it down. Let's keep that arm like that. Now, for the head, the instructions say lift this all the way up, so it allows you to bring this down to this. Oh, you need to pull out the arms a bit. There we go. Connect that to there. Of course, doing that may not be as simple as you think, but alright. That goes there, that goes there. Oop, make sure that goes all the way in. Huh. Come on. Alright. Am I doing it right, wrong, or pissing myself off? Because I don't actually remember the actual head being completely covered, but we're going to play along. Okay, so I think we got it. And then open up the head right there, and there it is. Okay. It's a bit loosey there. sir. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Alright, so we have the front skirt and then the front armor right on top of it. Interesting. Hopefully I did this right. I will review the manual in a moment. Let's move on to the next part of the build. Okay, so here are all the parts that makes up that top part of the Penelope, which technically, if I need to show it to you, it's this section right here that goes from there all the way to the back. And there's a lot of parts here. If I miss something, I'll definitely have to go and pull it out, so just give me a second while I prepare this, alright? So, we'll take this here, put these two parts there, and then put these two together. So these are done. Now, this is a bit tricky, and I've heard some interesting things about this. If we're going to put this on, it's probably a good idea maybe not to do this now. I'm going to try to not close this up completely because I'm going to need access to this, and then I'm going to have to make a decision on this later on. So let's do this proper. So I'm going to put that here, take this, put that there slowly. Someone on Facebook and actually on Instagram, Danny Moore, told me about, sent a message to everybody, and I gotta find the message. But for now, let's just do this. So we're gonna do this nice and gentle. Get in there. You're tempted to squeeze it, but I don't want to. There we go. I feel a little bit. There we go. And there's a decal that you can put right over it to give it an extra look to it. We're not going to do that, of course. Actually, no, the decal goes here up front. Didn't realize that. As what I'm looking at right now. So I didn't seal it. That's how it's supposed to be. Because we need to review this later on and take it apart for painting. And we have this section here. This one we can commit to close. See that nice seam line that we're going to have to find a way to close up and get rid of soon. And these two parts close up like that. Close up like that. And then we have that goes in through here. That's cool. Followed by this. I'm just going to put a little bit on it. That's all. Push it a little bit, that is. There we go. I could still take it out. No big deal. All right. So these two are done. Going to the next page. Now I gotta take this one, this little part here, it has to look like that. Put that through here. Then we take this part, we stick that through here. And this part, we stick that like that. And then we close these up. There we go. That's fine, I think. Alright, so we take this, we put that through this hole, close it up, like that, and we take that, put that through there, okay, and this goes like that, like so. Two side blue parts, whoops, one goes there, hold on a second, there we go. Sorry if you didn't see that. Alright. Then the two thruster. It's kind of funny when I'm looking at this, and there's no, these are the only two side thrusters there. Even though there are thrusters molded into the kit. Come on, get in there. That's good. Alright, so that completes that. Now, sorry about that. We need this going like that. Wait a minute, am I doing this right? Yes, because it is the bigger piece. So, in there. Let's do that again. Busy. Ah, that goes there. And supposedly that goes here, and that goes there. Alright, we're almost done here, and I see a part that I need. I just didn't realize it until now. Let me pull it out first. Where is it? This is part number G6. Here's another part, as I'm looking at the instructions, that you could put stickers on and give it the, you know, if you don't want to paint it. So we're going to this part here first. We're almost done here. That and that. There we go. So we have these two parts there. Then we have this that goes through this. And then this one we close. Like so. Alright, again, parts that needs to be painted, you know, oh, I just noticed other parts that needs, but I'll get in a minute. So we have this one goes here, this one goes here, that's nice. This little fin, wait a minute, take it out, let's try that again. There we go. That goes like that. Huh. Very, very nice. D2. Where's the D? Alright, you know, I'll get to that in a minute. There are two small parts here, but let's put these sewn together so we'll see how it looks. So, we have these two that goes there, and there. And then you have this part that supposedly goes in like that. So that's how it looks. Let's move the camera back so you guys can all see this. Alright, sorry about that. Didn't lock it into place how I remember. But going back to this, so there is something here that it has to latch onto. So I'm going to bring that back here and then bring this around here. Bring up the head a bit. And see, it's hard to do this like that. Let's see if I can do it right. This is going to be interesting when I paint this. Alright, there we go. Now it went through. There we go. There we go. Then this one comes around here. And this pretty much acts as a support stand for the back. Oh my god, I didn't even realize how big this thing's now after putting it together. Let me just pull the camera back a bit. We're not even done yet. There you go. So this whole section is done. Mine is two little parts, but that I can get later on. So the entire Penelope's upper armor rear thruster wing thingy is now complete. Let's now move on to the next part of this massive build.